Scorpio, hi. Welcome to Cosmos and Spread. My name is Michelle Rogers, and I'm very pleased to have you with me today. Okay, so Scorpio, I will begin this general weekly reading that will be carrying out until September 30th of 2022 with the Angel Answers Oracle deck. And I do have the links in the description below for you as well. And then I will carry on to the Arcanum Tarot deck. And if you're interested in buying, sometimes it'll show this picture, sometimes this one. It gets a little confusing for some people. And then I will scry, and I will use the shell or the turban seashell or both, depending on what Spirit wants me to do. And I will top the reading off with a symbol or symbols, depending on how many Spirit would like to give you. Okay. So let's go ahead and begin, Scorpio, and see what Spirit has for you for this following week. Holy Spirit, Holy Divine, all who are with me in the highest divine realms of love and truth, I ask that you please show me, tell me, or both, what does the zodiac sign of Scorpio need to know for the week of September? Let me state that. Throughout the end of the month of September 2022. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, Scorpio, please know I have already prayed and meditated over the reading. I have already cleansed myself, my space, including the crystals and the cards. I have also already activated the crystal grid for you. Spirit, please give me at least 2 cards for the zodiac sign of Scorpio. Please, 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 Spirit. Thank you. 2 cards. Okay, thank you, Spirit. This one. Yes, okay. All right, please give me at least 1 more, Spirit, for the zodiac sign of Scorpio. What would you like to tell Scorpio this coming week, Spirit? Thank you. This one as well? Oh, yes, nice. Okay, more from this deck, Spirit. No. Okay, thank you. Okay, so the first one that came out is forgiveness. Now, this can either be forgiving yourself about something or having some kind of fragment left over from a situation where there's something you may have thought you've forgiven about someone else or something that you've been through or a situation that you may need to go back in and figure out, is there a piece, a fragment that's still left that's still, really, really makes you really agitated. I know when I had went through years thinking I had forgiven certain people for things in my past, I really had fragments left over. I like to use the analogy of a washing machine. We can wash our clothes and then remove them and everything looks clean. Sometimes we have to wipe out the drum, wipe off the outside appearance of the washer, and it will look clean. But what we're not seeing are the fragments underneath, the drum of the washing machine and underneath the seal rings and things like that of mold and mildew and, detergent buildup, things of that sort. And sometimes we have to do a deep cleaning. And that's what I had to do, was go within and deep clean some spiritual things and actually release those as well. Because I noticed that the more I would talk about something or a subject would be brought up of things I thought I had forgiven in the past, the emotions would come back just as if I was reliving it again. So then at some point I really began to realize, okay, wait a minute, Michelle, did you really forgive? And I hadn't. Okay, I thought I did. But what I actually did was I swept it under the rug. Don't have time to deal with this. Forgave how I knew to forgive. But then Spirit led me into a new way of forgiveness with love and understanding that forgiving is about setting my soul free, letting my spirit be free of any kind of negative cords weighing me down, okay, so that I can't be at my highest good. So when I began to do that, then I began noticing I became more free and more free, and it's a beautiful feeling. So I'm not feeling like that's for everyone, but there, of course, for some of you. But I feel like for most of you, this is something that you need to forgive yourself for, that you haven't, you know, you haven't really been able to truly forgive yourself. Okay. And then we have helpful people. Now, I do feel like there's a situation. We'll get into more clarity in just a moment, but I feel like there's going to be a situation that comes out here where you're going to need to either delegate tasks because you may be feeling a little overwhelmed, or this could also be a situation of feeling alone for some of you, and could also be like the feeling alone for some of you. It could also be like feeling left out in the cold. Could be job loss. Could be some kind of loss of something or someone. Okay, that's really really hurtful in the upcoming weeks. And Spirit wants you to know that there are people that you can reach out to, true people that you can trust that will be there to help you. Okay. But let's check more into that and see what comes up from Spirit in the tarot. Spirit, please show me, tell me, or both. What does lovely Scorpio need to know for the rest of the month of September 2022, please? Okay. This one, Spirit. Okay, this is beautiful. We have the Fool. Okay, new beginnings, walking out with a leap of faith. Okay, out to a new adventure. This is beautiful. Okay, Spirit, please give me more. Okay, thank you. Let's pick these. Okay, yes, thank you. All right, more from this deck, Spirit. No. Okay. Wow, I am shocked. Looks like only 3 cards total. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you have the Wheel of Fortune, and you also have the Ace of Swords. This is very, very good. Wow. Okay. I do see for some of you that this, there's definitely some things, some issues going on here. But, okay, Spirit's letting you know right here. Okay, 0. That's like an infinity of opportunity, not being stuck in a situation. That's being able to just say, you know what, I don't feel like I have to remain stuck within anything that happens. I feel like when a situation arises, that this wheel is in my hand to be able to steer it in the direction that I want my path to go. And I am going to choose to walk out on a leap of faith. I'm just going to take, even if it takes baby steps, I'm going to move forward towards my heart's dreams and desires. Okay. And I'm just going to trust. All right. So that's very good. Now, with this Wheel of Fortune, one way that I look at this wheel, besides you actually being like in the driver's seat, if you could see here, this Egyptian person has the hands on this wheel, right? And is actually like a steering wheel, okay? But also, now I look at it as, there are times in our lives when we have things that happen to us, and it seems like it's the end of the world, or it can be really frustrating. It can be a small obstacle leading up to a huge horrible mountain that we feel like we have to climb. And the thing is, with this Wheel of Fortune, it's kind of to me like, when someone, like, if you're going down the road 55 miles an hour, you're already in a hurry to get to work, or you have an appointment at a certain time, you're in a rush, you've got to get there, and then you're like, oh, my dad gone. Somebody pulls out in front of you. They could have waited until you pass by because there's nobody behind you, right? And somebody pulls out in front of you going 20 miles an hour, and you can't pass them, anything like that. And then, a few miles down the road, you come upon this horrible wreck and you realize in that moment, oh my gosh, when that car pulled out in front of me, that was spirit protecting me, keeping me safe from that situation. Okay, so at first it was frustrating. And it gets on your nerves, and you want to fuss, and you just, why couldn't you just wait? But then the clarity comes in the situation, and you realize it was all divinely guided, okay, for you. So that's a very beautiful thing. So, yes, this means obstacles may happen, okay? And according to what has came out here so far, I don't know. For some of you, it could be small obstacles like a speed bump. And like I said, others, it could be as big as a huge mountain. Okay. But no matter what, Spirit wants you to remember, okay, for one, you have the power to steer your perspective and continue to go after your goal. And remember, you are not stuck in a situation. Okay, you can take that leap of faith, and even if it's baby steps, and move forward. And I feel like Spirits also went throughout this situation that there are helpful people, okay, that you can reach out to. And then look at the outcome here. We have Ace of Swords. Okay, now that's standing in your truth. That's a lot of spiritual growth. That's speaking your truth. Okay, and if you can see here, we have eagles. Now, eagles to me, any type of bird, if their eyes are open, which they are, don't know if you can see it in the cards, but their eyes are open. Okay, that's telling me clarity. So you're going to get the clarity that you need with whatever situation this is as you move forward. And Spirit wants you to know that when you get that clarity, okay, and this is going to be a new beginning for you, you're going to get to start over. And again, you have this Fool, okay, this Fool card. This is like, I like to look at the journey as a book, okay? So you have the number 0 is starting out, that's like the preface of a book for me, okay? And then you have the Ace, you have chapter 1. Now, for me, the 0, the preface, is kind of like looking back at the previous book, okay, the previous series, and looking over and saying, okay, you know what, that didn't work for me, this worked for me. I'm going to use this as a learning experience. And so as I move forward in this new book, when I start writing this chapter 1, I am going to take all these things that I have learned that are going to help me moving forward, and I'm going to apply these in this new book or this new cycle. Okay. Now, when we get to the number 1, for me, number 1 is a big time of manifestation. Okay. So that means uh, keeping everything, as especially your feelings, as positive as possible, because the way that I view the number 1 and the chapter 1 in the book is what you write in that chapter 1 is how the rest of the book is going to play out. Okay, so of course, we want abundance of love and the frequency of love throughout that book. Okay, and the frequency of love is many things. Of course, it can be money, it can be prosperity, wealth, good health, just happiness, all of these good things. But it starts with the preface, looking back and being able to say, you know what, I forgive myself. I forgive whoever, was involved or whatever this will is. And I'm going to use this as a learning experience. I'm going to write that first chapter in my book as positive and happy, and I'm going to learn everything that I can from the previous book that I just put down, just stopped reading or just stopped writing. And now I'm going to make this book so much happier, so much fulfilling for my life. Okay. All right, let's go on to the crystal. Holy Spirit, Holy Divine, all who are with me in the highest divine realms of love and truth, I ask that you please show me, tell me, or both, what does the zodiac sign of Scorpio need to know for the rest of the month of September 2022, please, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, bigger, please. Okay, a little bit clearer. Okay, I'm seeing several, it's like I'm seeing an elderly female. Now, these are symbolizations. Okay, this is how Spirit gives information to me through the crystals. So I'm seeing like an elderly female. Now, this is not gender specific. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us. So an older feminine energy. She had her little hair up in a bun, gray hair, had on had on her little like cat eye glasses from years ago. Um, and it's like she was just standing there, slightly smiling, okay, as if she is looking over this other person, which is more of a masculine energy. Again, it doesn't have to be a male, okay, but masculine energy, and it's like she was looking over this person. This person I feel like is representing you, Scorpio, in whatever situation this wheel is, okay? And the expression on the energy that's representing you is it's almost like not really a numb expression, but not a huge shock factor or anything like that, but kind of a disappointed, like, kind of like that, okay? But I feel like this elderly feminine energy is representing spirit, a spirit guide, actually. So I feel like spirit wants you to know that as long as you trust, you will be divinely guided through this process, okay? That your spirit team, of course, they're always there. They're always there to help us. But sometimes we have a few extra that come in during these times, and, kind of give us a little boost more so than normal during certain situations. So I think that's really awesome that Spirit is letting you be aware of that for this Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Spirit, what else would you like to tell Scorpio, please? Okay, yeah, now I do see a shock factor. It's like someone's going, oh, okay. So this could be something that you gain clarity on that is very shocking to you. And both eyes were open as well. So again, just like the birds, clarity, okay? This may require you to speak your truth or cut ties. For some of you, with a person, place, or thing. Again, that's just symbology. We don't physically hurt anyone, right? But just remember that throughout this, you see the growth here. There's going to be a lot of spiritual growth out of this situation for you. And I feel like many of you, this is something that you've actually chosen to experience coming into this lifetime because of the way that I saw the spirit guide looking over the person that was representing you, Scorpio. Okay, Spirit. What else would you like to tell Scorpio, please? So it may be, I'm feeling, I have to stop. I'm feeling like, so when I first saw the energy that was representing you, there wasn't a lot of reaction. It's just more of a or a dissatisfied look, not anything major. But then it goes to that shock factor. So I'm feeling like in the beginning, if this energy hasn't started yet, in the beginning, there you may be getting some kind of intuitive clues about something. You may be getting epiphanies about something or thoughts just out of nowhere that normally you wouldn't think about. And then you kind of like we say here in Kentucky, fester on things. You know, we will think about it for a while. Okay, so it's like kind of like thinking about it, like is that true? Could that be real? You know, things like that. And then all of a sudden, both eyes open and oh, okay, then you get the truth. So I feel like your spirit guide is coming in prior to the actual shock factor so that your spirit, this like the extra spirit guide or spirit guide, some of you may even have more than one that come in extra, okay? But I feel like they're going to come in before the huge shock factor happens, okay? All right, spirit. Anything else for the zodiac side of Scorpio? Very interesting. Scorpio, I want you to know my heart goes out to you, whatever this obstacle is. Um, Anytime I see a shock factor, you know, it can be, again, it can be something many of us would call small, and then it could be something that many of us would call an obstacle. So, okay, thank you, Spirit. I see a bear. All right, Scorpio. So, what I feel with this bear is definitely, now this is a mature bear. That's important. It's like a mature mama bear and it's smiling. So, what I feel like you need to do is research using your intuition the spiritual meaning of the bear. Okay, this is a big brown bear. So, definitely look that up. I feel like spirit during this time, this transition of this obstacle happening, that spirit wants you to take on the persona of the bear. Okay, a bear knows when to retreat. A bear knows when seasons change. A bear knows when it's time for it to go in and hibernate, and it also instinctively knows when to come out of hibernation and step out into the new spring, the new world, the new, all the newness that is growing, all the new berries, all the new abundance. Okay, so I really feel like that's important for you to research that and get an understanding. And when you research it, please know there may be a lot of it that will not resonate with you in your situation. However, there will be at least one thing that's going to be able to resonate with you and help give you that guidance. You know how to. It could be how that you will need to react to the situation. You know, just many different things. But yeah, thank you, Spirit. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and see what symbol or symbols that Spirit would like to give you. Let's see what we have here. We have a leaf, growth. Growth, we have growth again. So this is about spiritual growth. Yes, again, I feel like this is something that you did plan to go through prior to coming here in this lifetime for spiritual growth. Doesn't mean it's going to be simple, okay? But regardless of what it is, remember the law of attraction is real. If you don't know anything about the law of attraction, I do suggest that you begin researching it because it is a real law, just as the law of gravity. Okay, that's real. We know if we jump from a building, uh, that's it, right? We will come down to the ground. That's the law of gravity. That's how it works, right? Okay, well, there are other laws in the universe that are real as well. It's just a lot of people are not informed about those laws, and they're really important for us to be able to live a fulfilling, happy life. Okay? All right. I'm going to leave you with that, my friends. I hope to see you back next week, and I'm sending you so much love and happiness. Bye bye.